Several days of
what the hell's happening, YouTube? So, it's been an early day for me, and but I open up YouTube, check out what's going on, and I notice this update. I usually don't look at this stuff, but there's an update here. I'm trying to focus it. It's hard to focus on the computer. So it says effective mid-April, we're updating our policy on videos featuring firearms. Read more. So I click the read more. And it says here, YouTube prohibits certain kinds of content featuring firearms. Specifically, we do not allow content that intends to sell firearms to certain firearms accessories through direct sales. For example, private sales by individuals, or links to sites that sell these items. These accessories include, but may not be limited to, accessories that enable firearm to simulate automatic fire or convert a firearm to automatic fire, e.g. bump stocks, Gatling triggers, drop-in auto sears, conversion kits, and high-capacity magazines. For example, magazines or belts carrying more than 30 rounds. Provides instructions on manufacturing a firearm, ammunition, high-capacity magazine, homemade silencers, suppressors, or certain firearms accessories such as those listed above. This also includes instructions on how to convert a firearm to automatic or simulated automatic firing capabilities. Shows users how to install the above-mentioned accessories or modifications. Report content that violates this policy. So it was interesting to me when I saw that update this morning. As you know, due to the school shooting recently in Florida, gun control has come up again. And it would be one thing if we were talking about, you know, it's like, this is like the third video probably I've done about gun control. It would be different if we were willing to have a conversation about gun control, but what we have here in the United States is Republicans and Democrats, and typically, right down the middle, the Democrats want to take away firearms as much as they can, and the Republicans stand for, you know, keeping our rights, our constitutional rights, intact, which is what I agree with. All this stuff about high-capacity magazines, firearms, converting firearms to automatic and all that, you know, whatever. You know, automatic firearms are not illegal in this country if you have the right licensing. Okay? So, I mean, what this gets to is that, you know, Google is doing their thing where they want to censor everything. And it won't be long before we get a notification in our YouTube account that says we are going to now censor your videos just for the sake we don't like what you're talking about. You know, we don't. Detroit Record, you made a video today talking about our new terms, and we don't like that, so we're going to censor it. You know, that's what it's coming down to. I mean, they've got all these policies already about harassment and cyberbullying, hate speech, policy impersonation. What is that? I never even read that. Policy impersonation, policy on threats, policy on an impersonation. Oh, okay, I get child endangerment. No, a lot of these I agree with. You know, I mean, I don't think you should bully and stuff like that. But you know, it's Google has made it very obvious that they are all about they want to censor everything that they can get away with without losing their base of content providers and whatnot. you know, I've said this long ago, and, you know, right now is the time for somebody to build a website like YouTube, but with a decent platform, and their policy on free speech should be what it is, you know. If they want to take down certain stuff because, you know, it's, you know, threatening somebody's life or whatever, that's fine. But I really think it's really important in the United States right now for people to have free speech and be able to come on to, you know, a place like YouTube and speak their point of view. Now, there's always going to be people out there that get offended, and they're just going to say, fuck you, you're a fucking asshole. But there's also going to be people out there like me who, even if I don't agree with it, I always try to see the other person's point of view, especially when I don't like it. Because I always wonder about what drives a person to think the way they think. You know what I mean? So I think free speech is really important, and I think this censorship stuff, you know, with the gun stuff on YouTube, it won't be long. They're going to say, look, if you even talk about guns in your video, you're not going to be able to have them on there. They're not even talking about demonetizing your videos. They're talking about they're going to take your videos down, right, as of right now, if you violate any of these new terms. And I have no intention of, I mean, I very rarely feature a gun in my video. I'm going to probably feature a couple of guns soon. There's a guy on here, Blue Light Bandit, and he and I have gotten along on here pretty well, and he knows about guns, and I ask him questions, because I don't know a lot about guns. I own many firearms. I guess basically what I'm interested in is older firearms. I have that one little 32, 4 or 5 shot 32, and I was asking him questions about that because it's pretty old. So anyway, but like I said, I rarely feature a gun in my video, but I like to talk about gun control and whatnot. And I think it's really important that we keep this freedom of speech and freedom to talk about what you want to talk about. So anyway, it's Monday. I've had a long morning already. It's what? 10:54 in the a.m. right now here in Detroit, Michigan. I've been up since 4. Also, I wanted to talk about was what happened the other day with President Trump signing that bill to keep the government running. I don't understand why he signed that bill. I really don't get it. In the language he was talking. I don't. You know, in that speech he gave, he was worried about funding DACA. Since when the fuck is he worried about funding DACA? But I don't get it. And you know, what he did say was that I'm never going to sign a bill like this again, so don't bring it to me. We're talking. They brought a 2,200-page bill. Nobody even read one page of it, let alone all 2,200 pages of this bill, and signed it into law. And if they didn't sign it into law, they were going to shut down the government. If I was Trump, and I would have liked to see Trump say, fuck it, shut it down. Bring me a fucking bill that I can sign, that people have actually read. You know, I'm calling my congressman today about it, because I'm just pissed. I know my congressman didn't read it. They don't read half the shit that comes through. But when they bring a 2,200-page bill in and sign off on it, I mean, that's ridiculous. You're not representing your constituents at that point. Dr. Michael Savage did a great show on the 23rd about this. I'll put a link in the description of this video, and you can go listen to the show, because it's I was just listening to it when I started this video, and I'm about to finish it up. It's got about a half hour to go, so that's what I'm doing. So I'll put a link in the description. You guys go listen to that show. Even if you listen to the opening 10 or 20 minutes of the show, I think you'll be hooked, and you'll probably want to listen to the rest. It's like an hour and a half show. You know, he has a show every day that Savage does. But the nice part about listening to it on YouTube is that it's broken down to an hour and 38 minutes, you know, instead of 3 hours with the commercials and all that. So, all right, guys, it's Monday. We're starting out the week. God, I was so busy last week. I felt like I lost track of everybody. Not just, I mean, the internet. I didn't do anything online, but family, everybody. I was just so busy. I didn't see anybody. I didn't talk to anybody. So hopefully this week won't be as busy. Last week was one of those weeks that I like to say I was busier than I'd like to be. So it's out. Fuck it. You know what? I'm not even gonna smoke it. Fuck it. All right, guys, have a great week. Let me know what you think about all this freedom of speech in the comments section. Let me know what you think about Google and YouTube constantly coming out with more things you can't say, you can't do, you can't show. You guys let me know what you think. All right, have a good week, everybody. We'll see you soon.